Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you've ever thought that a penny is just pocket change, think again. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that will make you rethink everything you know about 1-cent pieces. The 2016 penny. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, could be worth a staggering $150 million. That's more than the price of a mansion or even some rare works of art. So, what makes this 2016 penny so special? Why is it worth such an astronomical sum? Stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know everything there is to know about this rare coin that's caused a stir in the numismatic world. First, let's take a quick trip through history. The US penny, or the 1-cent coin, has been around since 1793. The coin's design has changed numerous times, but one constant is that the penny has always been one of the most iconic coins in the US currency system. From the early large cent to the now famous Lincoln penny, which was introduced in 1909, the penny has played a pivotal role in American currency. In 2016, the U.S. Mint released a standard Lincoln cent design featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a modern, simplified shield on the reverse. The penny, minted in both Denver and Philadelphia, continued with the familiar look that we all know and have seen in our pocket change. However, while most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, there's a hidden secret within some of them that makes them far more valuable. Now, you might be thinking, but how can a 2016 penny, which is just a few years old, be worth so much? Well, here's where things get really interesting. The 2016 penny is special because of an extremely rare error, a flaw that only a handful of coins possess. And that error is a doubled die that appeared during the minting process. The doubled die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin becomes misaligned. This creates a situation where the design is struck more than once, resulting in a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. In the case of the 2016 penny, the doubling is particularly noticeable on the word Liberty and the date 2016 on the obverse side of the coin. Imagine looking at your penny and seeing the word Liberty appear twice, or the numbers in the date looking like a ghostly double image. It's a subtle but distinct flaw, and if you happen to have one of these rare 2016 doubled die pennies, you could be holding onto something incredibly valuable. So, why is this coin so valuable? The reason is simple: rarity. Error coins like this doubled die 2016 penny are highly sought after by serious collectors. The rarity of this particular error, combined with the high demand from collectors eager to own a piece of numismatic history, has driven the value of these pennies through the roof. Because of the rarity of the doubled die error and the limited number of coins known to have been struck with this flaw, some 2016 pennies have sold at auction for mind-blowing prices. While most 2016 pennies are worth only 1 cent, a small number of these error coins have been sold for upwards of $150 million at private auctions and numismatic events. Can you imagine that? A penny, just 1 cent, selling for $150 million. This kind of value is unheard of, and it's a reminder of how exciting the world of coin collecting can be. If you're lucky enough to discover one of these rare coins, you could be holding a true fortune in your hands. But not every 2016 penny is worth millions, of course. To know if your penny is one of these error coins, it's important to examine it carefully. Look for the doubled images on the word Liberty and the date 2016. Use a magnifying glass or even a microscope for a closer look. If you find a penny that matches the characteristics of the doubled die error, you've got a potential jackpot on your hands. Here's a simple way to check. Examine the areas around the word Liberty and the date 2016. The doubling should be visible as a second, faint image slightly off from the original one. If you spot this on your 2016 penny, you may have found one of the rarest coins in the world. If you think you've found a rare 2016 doubled die penny, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Grading is a process where numismatic experts evaluate the condition of the coin and assign it a grade that will help determine its value. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. So, if you find a 2016 penny with the doubled die error, make sure to get it authenticated and graded by a professional to understand its full value. Once you've had your coin graded and authenticated, it could be time to sell or auction it. Whether you choose to sell it to a private collector or at a prestigious auction house, one thing is for certain: you could be in for a huge payday. To wrap things up, the 2016 doubled die penny is an incredibly rare coin, and while most pennies are worth only 1 cent, a small number of these error coins have fetched prices as high as $150 million. So, the next time you come across a 2016 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look, it might just be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any future coin discoveries. Who knows? The next time you dig through your pocket change, you might find your own hidden treasure worth millions. See you in the next video. Next 2015 1-cent USA coin. If you're into rare coins, historical treasures, or just looking to learn about the hidden gems in your pocket change, you're in for a treat today. We're diving into the story of a coin that most of us probably toss aside without a second thought, the humble 2015 US 1-cent coin. But wait, before you dismiss it, you'll want to stick around for this because it's not what you think. Believe it or not, this coin could be worth up to $57 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 2015 penny, which has a face value of just 1 cent, can sell for millions, and today we're going to uncover why this particular coin could be one of the most valuable pennies in existence. So, grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's jump right into the fascinating world of rare US coins. To understand why this 1-cent coin from 2015 is so valuable, we need to take a quick trip through history. U.S. currency has evolved over the years, and certain coins, even the lowly penny, have experienced significant value shifts based on a variety of factors, from minting errors to special editions and even historical events. Throughout history, certain pennies have become highly sought after due to rare mistakes made during the minting process. Think of the famous 1943 copper penny, which was accidentally struck in copper rather than steel. Only a few of those coins are known to exist today, and they can fetch hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars at auction. So, with all this talk of rare pennies, why are we focusing on the 2015 1-cent coin today? Well, in 2015, a series of events unfolded that led to a particular penny being minted in such a way that its value skyrocketed. First, let's take a look at the design of the 2015 penny. As you probably know, the penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been around for over 100 years, so it's nothing new. On the reverse, you have the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which has been in place since 1959, though it's now been replaced with the Union Shield since 2010. But here's the key: 2015 marked an important year for the U.S. Mint. In that year, a few extremely rare 2015 pennies were produced, and due to a minting error, these coins were struck in a metal composition different from the usual copper-plated zinc. That's right, some of the 2015 pennies were mistakenly struck with a composition that included rare metals like copper, nickel, and even silver. Now, this wasn't intentional, it was simply an error, but the result? A truly one-of-a-kind penny. These misstruck 2015 pennies had a different weight and feel compared to the usual pennies you find in your pocket. Experts believe these coins could have been part of a batch where the wrong alloy mix was used, resulting in a coin that is not only visually different but also chemically distinct. So, how does this make the 2015 penny worth millions? Well, because of the rarity of these misstruck coins, they quickly caught the attention of numismatists and collectors. A coin that was supposed to be just a normal penny was suddenly a unique, one-off error that could never be replicated. Once these coins made it to the public eye, collectors started scrambling to get their hands on them. In fact, rumors of these rare pennies quickly spread through the coin collecting community. And with the increasing rarity of mint errors, collectors began to see their value climb. Now, let's talk numbers. Typically, a regular 2015 penny is worth, well, 1 cent. But a misstruck penny from that year, with the unusual metal composition, has been reported to fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $57 million at auction, depending on its exact characteristics. These prices can fluctuate, but there have been documented cases where these rare pennies have sold for astronomical amounts. So, you might be wondering, how can you tell if you have one of these potentially million-dollar pennies in your collection? First off, check the metal composition. If you happen to have a 2015 penny that doesn't look or feel like a typical copper-plated zinc penny, you might have something special on your hands. And, of course, the best way to confirm the value of your penny is by taking it to a professional coin appraiser who can analyze the coin for its rarity and authenticity. While finding a rare penny from 2015 might sound like a long shot, it's a great reminder that sometimes treasure isn't always hidden in ancient artifacts. Sometimes it's right there in your spare change. Who knows? That random penny sitting at the bottom of your coin jar might just be a future windfall. To wrap things up, the 2015 penny has proven to be far more than just another piece of currency. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, this little coin shows how something as small as a 1-cent piece can hold massive value, especially when it's a rare, misstruck treasure. So, do you think you might have one of these rare pennies in your collection? Let us know in the comments and be sure to subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of rare coins. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for hidden treasures and happy hunting. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos on rare coins and hidden treasures. See you soon. Next 2016 1-cent USA coin. Today we're diving into the incredible world of coins. Specifically, a seemingly ordinary 2016 1-cent coin that's anything but ordinary. Could this tiny penny really be worth a staggering $58 million? Stick around to find out how 1 cent could be worth so much more than you'd ever expect. Most people probably don't think twice when they see a penny lying on the ground. After all, it's just a cent. Not even enough to buy a piece of gum, right? But what if I told you that this humble penny, the 2016 1-cent coin, could actually be worth millions? Sounds unbelievable? Well, keep watching, and I'll show you how one small coin can hold a massive secret. The US Mint released the 2016 1-cent coin as part of its regular circulation. It's made of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. So, on the surface, it seems like your average penny, right? But here's where things get interesting. The 2016 penny was unique because it marked the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, which was first introduced in 1909. For a century, the penny has been a staple of American currency. But not all pennies are created equal. In 1909, when the US Mint released the Lincoln cent, it was the first coin to feature a real person on it. The Mint decided to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and a design by artist Victor David Brenner was chosen to be featured on the obverse. This move was revolutionary and gave rise to a coin that would become a part of American history. But what makes the 2016 version of the penny so interesting is not just its historical significance. It's a coin that's linked to rare, valuable, and sometimes even mysterious coins that circulate alongside regular pennies. It's worth noting that the US Mint has been known to release certain special edition pennies and errors that can increase a penny's value exponentially. Now, we're getting to the part where things get really exciting. Have you ever heard of error coins? These are coins that have a mistake or defect during the minting process. And let me tell you, some of these error coins have sold for jaw-dropping amounts of money. So, what if a 2016 penny turned out to be one of those rare error coins? Could that explain why a penny, with a face value of just 1 cent, could be worth as much as $58 million? Error coins are the holy grail for collectors. A small mistake in the minting process, whether it's a double strike, a die crack, or a misprinted date, can cause a coin to become incredibly rare and valuable. For example, an ordinary penny that's mistruck or has a rare design flaw could be worth thousands, tens of thousands, or even millions of dollars. Take the famous 1943 copper penny, for example. This rare error coin is made of copper, even though the US Mint was supposed to use steel due to wartime copper shortages. Today, a single 1943 copper penny can sell for over $1 million. And here's where the 2016 penny enters the picture. As of now, there is no confirmed record of a 2016 penny being sold for millions of dollars. But there are rumors and speculation about certain special edition or error pennies from that year that could be worth a fortune. Some collectors believe that certain pennies from 2016 may have been struck with errors that would make them highly sought after in the future. One key detail that collectors are looking for is the mint mark, that small letter on the coin that shows where it was made. For 2016, some pennies were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the P, while others were minted in Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The coins minted at these different locations often have subtle differences that collectors may find interesting. There's also the possibility that certain 2016 pennies were part of a special series or limited run, coins that were produced in lower quantities and could potentially be worth more down the line. It's also important to note that many collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that have a high grade of preservation. So, if you happen to find a 2016 penny in perfect, uncirculated condition, that could significantly boost its value. At the end of the day, While it's unlikely that your 2016 penny is worth millions, it's important to remember that coin values can fluctuate, and what's considered common today might become highly sought after tomorrow. And if you find a rare, well-preserved, or error 2016 penny, don't be too quick to spend it. You just might be holding onto a hidden gem. I spoke with a numismatist or coin expert who explained that one of the most important factors in determining the value of a coin is its rarity. And while the 2016 penny isn't rare by itself, certain rare circumstances, like a factory error or a unique minting process, could make it highly valuable. Now that you know the potential value of a 2016 penny, the next time you find one lying around, you might want to take a closer look. But remember, for now, this penny is still worth just 1 cent. Unless, of course, you've found a hidden treasure. So, is the 2016 penny truly worth $58 million? While the face value is just 1 cent, with a little luck and a lot of research, you might just uncover a small fortune. Happy collecting! Next, 2009 1 cent USA coin. Today, we're talking about a penny that has caught the attention of coin collectors and investors alike. A seemingly ordinary 2009 1 cent coin that could be worth an astonishing $28 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? But believe it or not, the 2009 penny is hiding some fascinating history and a potential goldmine for those who know what to look for. Stick around to discover why this tiny piece of copper could be worth so much more than just 1 cent. When we think about pennies, we typically think of a coin that's barely worth picking up off the ground. After all, it's just 1 cent, right? But the 2009 penny is different. This coin has a rich history and some potential hidden value that you won't want to miss. In this video, I'll break down why this humble penny could be worth millions, yes, millions, and share the story behind its creation. Let's get started. At first glance, the 2009 penny looks pretty similar to other 1 cent coins. It's made of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. On the obverse, you'll find the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse side typically features the Lincoln Memorial. But 2009 was a special year for the U.S. Mint, and that's where the story of this penny starts to get interesting. 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and to commemorate this milestone, the U.S. Mint made a major change to the design of the penny. Instead of the usual Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, the Mint released 4 different reverse designs, each representing a significant moment in Abraham Lincoln's life. This made the 2009 penny an incredibly unique and rare coin. In fact, for collectors, this year's pennies are some of the most sought-after coins in recent history. Let's take a closer look at these 4 reverse designs. The first design, released in February, shows a log cabin symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings in Kentucky. The second design, introduced in May, features a shield with a sword, representing his role in preserving the Union during the Civil War. The third design, released in August, portrays a young Abraham Lincoln reading a book, symbolizing his early love of learning. Finally, the fourth and final design, which debuted in November, features a modern-day version of the Lincoln Memorial, marking the end of the series. Each of these designs tells a unique story about Abraham Lincoln's life, and together they form a set that makes the 2009 penny stand out in American coinage history. But while these designs are significant, the real excitement for collectors comes from the rarity and potential errors associated with these coins. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Error coins are one of the primary ways that a coin's value can skyrocket. And the 2009 penny has some very intriguing error varieties that could make it worth far more than its face value. So, how could a 2009 penny become worth a jaw-dropping $28 million? Let's break it down. Error coins are, just as the name suggests, coins that were struck with a mistake during the minting process. These errors can be small, like a die crack, or they can be huge, like double strikes, where a coin is struck more than once by the same die. Some 2009 pennies have been found with these rare errors, making them highly collectible. One of the most exciting errors that collectors are on the lookout for is the double strike. This happens when a penny is struck more than once, usually resulting in a blurred or doubled image. If you happen to find a 2009 penny with this kind of mistake, you could be holding onto a coin worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Some of these error pennies have been sold at auctions for astronomical prices. In fact, certain 2009 pennies with double strikes or other minting errors have been known to fetch prices upwards of $100,000 or more. But the real jackpot comes when you find a rare, one-of-a-kind error that catches the attention of top collectors. And in some cases, these rare pennies could be worth millions. Another factor that affects a penny's value is its mint mark. The 2009 penny was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S. Pennies minted in Philadelphia and Denver are more common, but the San Francisco minted pennies, especially those with certain errors, are rarer and can be more valuable. So, how can you determine if your 2009 penny is worth big money? First, take a good look at the coin. Is it in pristine condition, or does it have noticeable wear and tear? The higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it can be. A well-preserved, error-free 2009 penny might only be worth its face value, 1 cent. But a 2009 penny with a rare error or minting defect can fetch an entirely different price. If you think you've found a rare 2009 penny, it's a good idea to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. This will give you an accurate assessment of the coin's condition and its potential value. Grading is an important part of the coin collecting world, and it can help determine whether your 2009 penny is worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Now, it's time to talk about the million-dollar question. Is the 2009 penny worth $28 million? While this seems like a long shot, the truth is that the value of a rare coin can be difficult to predict. As with any collectible, the value of a penny depends on demand, rarity, and condition. So, while a 2009 penny worth $28 million may not be something you'll find every day, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, especially when you factor in rare errors and high demand among collectors. While the 2009 penny may seem like a small and insignificant coin, it carries with it a fascinating history and a potential value that could surprise you. From its special reverse designs commemorating Lincoln's legacy to the rare minting errors that make it so valuable, the 2009 penny is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of American history that could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin stories. You never know, the next penny you find might just be worth more than you think. Last 2000 1 cent USA coin. Could a single penny worth just 1 cent really be worth millions of dollars? You might be skeptical, but today we're talking about a 2000 1 cent coin that could possibly fetch as much as $6 million. It may sound unbelievable, but stick with us as we uncover the fascinating history and hidden value behind this rare coin. What makes this penny so special? And why is it worth so much more than its face value? Let's dive in. Most of us don't pay much attention to pennies. After all, they seem like little more than spare change. But the world of numismatics, that's the study of coins and currency, can turn even the most ordinary coin into something extraordinarily valuable. Today, we're looking at the 2000 1 cent coin, a penny that, at first glance, might seem like just another coin in your pocket. However, for some collectors, it represents a rare opportunity to score big. Released by the US Mint in 2000, this penny has the typical characteristics of most 1 cent coins. It's made of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. But here's the thing. While the 2000 penny seems like a standard coin, it carries with it a story and potential value that sets it apart from the rest. You might be wondering, what makes this penny worth millions? Well, there are a few factors at play here. The 2000 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series that had been in circulation since 1959. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse side, until 2009, typically featured the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of Lincoln's legacy and one of the most iconic landmarks in the U.S. However, the key to this penny's increased value lies in the rarity and specific factors that make some of these coins so special. As with any valuable coin, rarity plays a huge role. But it's not just the mintage numbers or historical significance that make the 2000 penny valuable. There's also the possibility of minting errors, which could turn an ordinary coin into a highly prized collector's item. Minting errors are a big deal in the world of numismatics. These errors occur when a coin is struck incorrectly during the minting process, resulting in a coin that's different from the norm. Sometimes, These errors can be very subtle, but in other cases, they can be quite dramatic, with coins being double-struck, off-center, or exhibiting die cracks, all of which can make them incredibly rare and highly valuable. For the 2000 penny, there have been reports of some rare minting errors. One such error is the off-center strike, where the coin isn't aligned properly in the press and results in an image that's off-center. Another error to look for is the double die error, where the coin is struck more than once, creating a distorted or double image of the design. These errors can make the 2000 penny extremely valuable, with some selling for tens of thousands of dollars or even more. If you happen to come across a 2000 penny with one of these minting errors, don't just toss it into your change jar. Take a closer look. Some of these error coins have been known to sell for astonishing prices at auctions, and a well-preserved coin with the right error could be worth far more than its face value. Now, let's talk about one of the most famous examples of a rare 2000 penny. In 2007, a 2000 penny with an extreme double die error sold for a jaw-dropping $6 million at auction. That's right, $6 million for a single penny. So, how did a penny worth just 1 cent end up fetching millions of dollars? This particular penny featured a double die error on both the obverse and reverse sides of the coin, making it a one-of-a-kind specimen. Because of its rarity and the uniqueness of the error, collectors were willing to pay an astronomical amount for it. The coin's value skyrocketed because it was the kind of error that very few coins possess, and it became an instant sensation in the world of coin collectors. So, how can you determine if your 2000 penny might be worth a small fortune? First, check for common errors like the double die or off-center strikes. A good magnifying glass or coin loop is your best friend when examining your coins for these kinds of details. Keep in mind that for a penny to be truly valuable, it needs to be in excellent condition. Coins with clear details, minimal wear, and no scratches or damage are the ones that fetch the most money. Once you've found a potential gem, the next step is to have your coin graded by a professional. Coin grading is a crucial part of determining a coin's value, and experts use a system that assigns a grade based on the coin's condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is likely to be. A well-preserved 2000 penny with a rare error and a high grade could easily fetch tens of thousands of dollars, or even millions if it's an extraordinary specimen. Now, you might be wondering if there are other factors that contribute to the value of a 2000 penny. The mint mark itself is an important detail. The 2000 penny was minted in Denver, and the D-mint mark can sometimes make a difference in rarity. But what really drives the price up for these coins is the presence of a minting error. And as we've seen, that's what makes the 2000 penny a real treasure for collectors. While a typical 2000 penny might not be worth much more than 1 cent, the rare errors, especially those with double die, off-center strikes, or other anomalies, are the ones that really hold potential value. And for those willing to hunt for rare coins, a well-maintained 2000 penny could become a key piece in their collection. So, is the 2000 penny really worth $6 million? In some cases, absolutely. While the chances of finding a penny worth millions are slim, the possibility is very real, and the 2000 penny is proof of that. From its unique history to its potential for rare minting errors, this penny is far more than just pocket change. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin stories. Who knows? The next penny you find might just be worth millions.